front court companion, if you like, of our very own CJ Geddes.
Over at Rutgers, wasn't it?
Of Rutgers University. Yeah. So that will be something in that. And it's Prosper who takes the tip, and Coombs hands it off to Severa. Severa finds Coombs again, and it's round to Crawford. Crawford to Coombs, inside to Freeman, hits the ring, and Sayers, who's also had a pretty productive week, is there to rebound. Freeman almost knocks the ball away from Alan Jordan then. It's to Geddes, hands it off to Knoll, who spins the ball round the ring and it comes out. Can hardly believe it. He hasn't been in the habit of missing those all week, but somehow the Wolves managed to knock the ball out so that the Phoenix retain possession.
Yeah, it looks like he's gone right off the boil, doesn't it?
Yeah. So, Letinovic's shot not even close. And Coombs is able to take the ball to the hole and open the scoring for the visiting Wolves.
Oh, what a spin.
Letinovich misses. Nice. Dijon Alan Jordan there to pluck the ball rim high and just fingertip it in for the equalising score.
Some good work on the offensive boards there by the Phoenix.
Severa drives and rolls it in with some ease.
A little bit too easy there for Mike Severa, wasn't it? You need to up that defensive intensity.
Another missed shot from the Phoenix there. Fairly easily rebounded by... Scrappy play in there on both sides. Phoenix not getting the passes to who they are intended, and some just sort of slapping at the ball going on there, meaning that Dijon Alan Jordan will go to the line for two.
Dijon bought that, didn't he, really? Bought himself some free throws there, jumping into the player. The referee called it, though, so you got to go with it. It worked last week for the Giants a couple of times.
Alan Jordan scores both of those, and it's even again at fours. Severa inside to Coombs, trying to lose.
Oh, that was a great move from Coombs there.
So trying to lose Knoll, but actually leaving him in his dust as he lays the ball in for two.
Beautiful low post work there. Excellent spin. Oh.
So, I think this is a total second chance scores here for the Phoenix, as Sayers misses the first but manages the second.
Well, Phoenix's points have come from second chances, I think, so far. So
there's CJ thinking that he was not double teamed but triple teamed there, but he pulled away and managed to find himself space for a shot and put it in.
That was great work. Yeah. Oh, and similar. Oh, unlucky. Oh, great rearrange there from Chilo.
And he misses again.
Oh, unlucky. Wow.
Really quite clearly, the Phoenix managed to get hot early on in both their games in London. And those were the kind of shots that were going in. Such are the margins between failure and success here that things that were working Tuesday and Thursday just haven't. And so far,
no, that's it. They still find themselves in front though. That's not from 4 from beyond the arc. She's not like Phoenix, certainly of late anyway. So I'm sure it'll start coming.
Deshaun Freeman attempting the behind the back pass there, straight off Alan Jordan's hand and out. So Severa will inbound. He finds Coombs. Severa had a chance for a shot there, missed it. Hand in by Alan Jordan. Bit of a hoik and hope there, just because, and the shot clock was running down. Phoenix there with 24 seconds to make something of it, decided they want to do it in about 8, and got a little frantic. Inside to Freeman. Daniel Noor convinced he was planted there. Referee less convinced.
Yeah, I think that's one of them, because he came down on him, didn't he? Still in midair. So I think the referee's view that certainly from this season now is a little bit of a hint towards the dangerous side. But
it's out with Coombs again.
Coombs is
nice
hot.
Little floater there for 2, and the scores stand at 8.
Coombs at 6 of the Worcester's 8 points so far this evening. Started off on fire. Oh, it makes it so easy, doesn't it?
And Navas really never got a sniff of that. Just turned him and little hook, and it's in. That's Severa round the back there with nobody getting in his way. Easy enough to convert.
Twice Severa's got in unchallenged.
Noel is straight through to put the Phoenix on the high side again by 2.
Noel doing what he does best. Carving that gap open through the centre of the key.
Whelan shot round the ring and out. Alan Jordan saw a space for a minute, but it was soon filled. Noel sees the space as well there. And CJ there, a snapper up of unconsidered trifles, and a steal from Lufadeju. And Alan Jordan gets the ball back and is, well, difficult to know what to call that. It was certainly changed the direction of the shooter there. It was more like a body check really than a block.
Yeah, he was sent flying. No one's been accurate from beyond the arc so far. Both missed 4 attempts each. But the tale of the 2 teams so far is the offensive boards. I think that's 9. It's down as 8 at the moment, but I'm sure that's 9 offensive boards that the Phoenix have hit so far.
Yeah, some of them, it has to be said, were charity donations from the Wolves when they should have got it clear, but they're certainly putting the pressure on. So Alan Jordan taking his seat. We've got Rolls, Tyson and Mercer, Sayers, Gettys and Lufadeju now.
10 of the 16 points from Phoenix this evening, coming from those second chances.
It's Coombs. Screen set there by Navas. Foul called on Disraeli Lufadeju there on the floor. It's out with Prosper, hands it off to Coombs, sees an opportunity, hits the ring, and the ball drops straight into the lap of Lufadeju, who slows things down. Murta adjudged to got the last touch on that.
He was lucky not to be called, I think, on that one. It's over the back of him.
Coombs finds Whelan. It's into Prosper. Tries to turn. Gettys manages to get his hand up. That's something you don't see all that often. Somebody gets an arm up over Gettys to put the ball in.
That's one of the interesting battles tonight, isn't it? The matchup of the big men.
Murta, Lufadeju. CJ hands it off to Murta. It's with Rolls Tyson. And Sayers from miles out. I think Murta is going to be called for that.
Yeah. Just on the arm there.
Yeah.
I suppose it's gone from the sublime to the ridiculous. The 3-point attempts last week, everything was going in from any angle at any distance.
We're down into the 2-minute zone.
Yeah.
And not a one.
No, absolutely zero. 0 from 10 combined. Missed 5 apiece so far.
Whelan looking for a space. Drops it off to Navahas. And Prosper. Pushed out of the way by Gettys there.
A little bit scrappy underneath the basket, but it's led to 2 shots for Prosper.
Sound of clanging on iron. But the second one is good. And we're hearing from up north that the Rocks have just taken the lead by 36 to 35 over the Raiders.
Yeah.
Which, as it stands, although it's far too early to say that, means that Phoenix 7th and Raiders 8. And while talking about that, we've had Latinovic opening the 3-point ledger, and followed by a pretty much unimpeded coast to coast for Jordan Whelan. Minute 56 left to go. Phoenix to inbound. And it's with Latinovic, double teamed. And attempting to get the ball off out of that trap. He takes an extra step and is called for the travelling violation. Shake of the head. From, I heard him being called the Serbian sniper.
I believe so.
By the commentator down at Royals on Thursday.
Yeah, several times I think, wasn't it?
Was to turn the ball over there. Some swapping around of personnel. Johnson Thompson, number 20 for the Wolves, taking the court. Dijon Allen Jordan is back for the Phoenix. Rolls Tyson, finds Allen Jordan, leaves it for Latinovic. who drives in, tries the teardrop, doesn't work, and it's cleared away by Phoenix. Crawford with the path open to the basket there, decides to shoot from a long way out. More scrappiness there. Eventually, referee calls the held ball, and the arrow is pointing in Phoenix direction.
Fred Carno circus down there. Yeah, God, there's bodies flying everywhere.
Mickey Severa there in consultative mode with Karch Garbalazza. Neither of them seem to be prepared to back down on that one. Lufadeju, 10 on the shot clock. It's with Rolls Tyson. Throws a fake. And slides all in. Don't think anybody was looking at his feet. I think I counted an extra one in there.
He did well there, even so, just get that shot off. He was under some intense D there. And Crawford similar at the other end.
15 seconds left to go. Lufadeju slowing it down, taking the air out of the ball, trying to make sure there's only one shot left in this game. Oh, it's blocked by Latinovic. Final shot did come to and the Phoenix, but it was an off-balance, chuck it up and hope, didn't make it. So then they've been reasonably efficient as an attacking machine, but they've given away a lot of second chances, as you were saying before.
Well, they've taken part in a couple of monster games this year, haven't they? They had a double overtime game against Giants, which they were just on the wrong end of. And then that record-breaking game the other week.
That's Surrey,
quadruple overtime. So
as Crawford picking up the pieces again there from Freeman's miss. Phoenix lead down to 2 points. Daniel Knorr back on court now.
Coach Garbaletta looking totally exasperated there.
The continuing tale of the three-point shot not quite working. And with them Getty's missing from the offensive rebound lineup, means that this 3-point doesn't leave with a second chance there. Mercer plucks it off the glass. Pushes it out to... And it's another one, and it's Whelan breaking out.
Oh, great defensive work from Chilo though there. Got back well. Great work from Sol Rolls Tyson as well to keep that alive.
Scrappy again. Chilo decides that it's time to slow it down. Tries to turn, and eventually it's Tyson, Rolls Tyson, keeping his head and realising he had just enough time to finger roll in.
I think Dijon's lost a bit of spring in his boots. That's second or third time recently he's failed to get up for the dunk. He was reaching admittedly, but...
Severa's shot short, dropped straight to Latinovic.
Oops.
Johnson Thompson called there for the foul on Dijon Allen Jordan's drive. Will send the Phoenix #1 to the line again. And the story of this quarter, another missed shot round the ring and out.
Just keeping an eye on the Glasgow Plymouth game.
He's missed them both, and it's Johnson Thompson who picks up the scraps, and Coombs to set the Wolves going forward again.
Glasgow are up by 3 inside the final 10 seconds of the first half.
Coombs trying to find a way through. Shots off the ring, and Murta casts a shoe but picks up the rebound. Latinovic decided that as his three-shot wasn't working, that he would drive in, and is fouled on the shot there, and he will go to the line for a potential 2. Navahas comes back on court, and Johnson Thompson takes a seat.
I don't know whether Chilo's aware of it, but he just needs 4 to tie the highest three-point scorer this season. He's just 4 behind tonight at the start of the game. We find Dirk Williams, who's made 89 so far. Chilo's made 86 now.
Yeah, he's a real streak three-point shooter, though.
He is,
Latinovic.
Yeah.
If the smooth stroke is working,
that's right. Yeah.
Then it goes, and if he's missing, he misses agonisingly on some occasions.
Yeah. But he's top of the shop on percentages as well. Before tonight, he's hit 48% for the season. So at that strike rate as well, hitting that many. Williams is at nowhere near that percentage-wise.
No, I mean he was for a long time at the Sharks one of the double barrels, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And there is Latinovic being called for the push on the shot. Latinovic takes a seat. Sayers back on court. And Crawford to shoot 2. First one all string. Second, very similar.
Crawford right up there in percentages from the free throw line this year, 84% so far. It's going to help his averages.
Prosper coming away with that loose ball again from inside the key. Coombs. I think he felt that.
He must have a stomach of steel. The amount of charges he's taken this year really has. I think that's
straight on that one.
I think that's the most he's wins the whole season. Yeah, me. Very quick at getting into the lane. He's had a few called against him as well, haven't he, as the blocking fouls, but he's picked up a lot of charging fouls this year. Very, very quick into that lane.
Alan Jordan going the long way round. Shot rejected.
Oh, great step around from Crawford there, right round Conor Murta.
Yeah. You could see when he got the ball in his hand, he only had one thing on his mind.
Beautiful work. Great brain work matched with a great footwork.
Guess he's facing Prosper.
Makes light work of it.
He does it again. Notice that Prosper, for all his height, actually isn't trying to get a hand in get his face. He's just, I think he's probably used to him being a big enough object.
That's it, to make life difficult. But that little baby hook from CJ works far more than it doesn't.
Mercer out to Knoll. And the ball loose again. Mercer recycles. Alan Jordan comes in there.
Oh, what a big play.
Off balance and arguably fouled, but he still manages to
over Prosper again. That was great work.
Prosper rearranges.
Yeah.
Oh! And there's Louis Sayers showing how it's done. And suddenly the Phoenix have got their noses in front by 8. Who's out to Navahas, hits the ring, and it's Gettys who pulls the ball down off the glass. And Knoll, who's coming forward. Gettys drives through, puts the ball in for 2. Wolves looking around, pleading that was a block.
Just a note from north of the border, a half-time score. Glasgow and Plymouth. Glasgow taking the lead, going into the locker room, 3 points up, 44-41 at the half.
Coombs. Freeman ducking and weaving, kicks it out. Wheeling off the ring and into the waiting hands of Gettys. Lufadeju to Alan Jordan. Pushes it out to Sayers, who they manage to turn it over, and Freeman runs through and flushes it home with some ease. Gettys finds Sayers. It's out to Alan Jordan. Hits the ring. And apologetically almost drops through.
I think that's the kind home roll, I think they call that, don't they?
Nearly turned over by the Wolves there, but recovered by Freeman. Off the ring, and Gettys there to rebound. Lufadeju. All right, Darryl Coombs, to his complete astonishment, called there for a hold.
Coombs looks like the world's against him at the moment, doesn't he? He's been on the wrong end of a couple of calls. He was the guy that drove into Knoll, that he thought was a blocking foul.
And then he was called off the court during the timeouts because he was arguing with the referee, or should we say discussing with the referee about that. Crawford is out to Navahas. And another complete charity donation from the Phoenix there, and another unopposed basket for the Wolves.
Coach Thomas calling to his charge. He's to look after this ball now. Worked hard to get into that double-digit lead, and all of a sudden it's down to a 2-basket game again.
And Sayers doing what he's done all week. He's got his eye in, and that was a valuable 3, not only for the points, but for the impetus shift.
Yeah, that came at the right time.
And then he gets the rebound as well. And
Crawford must have been millimetres away from getting that as well. I thought he was going to block it like he did Chilo earlier on.
A whistle on the play there. And Knoll will go to the line.
A little bit of a late one called there, I feel, but
Navahas called for a blocking foul on Knoll there, and by his gestures there, he felt he was that Knoll pushed off him as he went by. But then that is the constant argument, isn't it, between attacker and defender?
Yeah.
He converts the first. 2 minutes and 5 seconds left. Phoenix on the high side by 13. One shot by Daniel Knoll to come, which is also good. Severa bringing the ball forward. Has to go the long way around Knoll. And stretched up by Alan Jordan there.
Oh!
Which allows him to drive through, and this time he makes no mistake. Another adjustment there, and he went in and he slammed that home with his left hand.
Yeah.
And he dribbled down the court right-handed. Leicester Prosper.
Big move there from Dijon. Bench technical, Worcester.
That's
yeah, it was as the referee was coming back after that basket, someone must have said something to her.
Yeah.
So that she took exception to. Oh.
Knoll misses the shots, but Phoenix will retain possession from the inbound. There, Coach Garbellotto discussing it. I think there's a number of Wolves players there who feel as though there are conspiracies afoot to keep them out of the game. Inside pass there from Prosper. Out jumps Gettys on this occasion.
Oh, great work from Dijon.
Picks his pocket.
Oh, what a move from CJ. That was beautiful. Wow.
It totally concealed his shot there.
Yeah.
Prosper had no idea whether he was coming or going.
Wow. And a beautiful finger roll to finish off.
But notice the way he kept his body between his defender and then worked his jiggery-pokery. Triple team there on Deshaun Freeman. Somebody mugged him.
Yeah.
I couldn't quite see who the call was on there.
CJ having a chat to his former teammate there.
But it was Dijon Allen Jordan who was called for.
Garbaletto's been Tony Garbaletto's been warned again there for another tee. Any more? That's from himself.
Oh. Freeman's shot knocked twice and then decided to stay out.
That works his way around the rim, didn't it? Yeah,
and the second one pulled probably to Freeman's total disgust, pulled off the ring by Gettys, his old teammate. There's Lufadeju bisecting two Phoenix players with his pass there.
I think he
turning the ball over.
I think he thought better of it there. He was in for the layup and then saw Prosper right in front of him.
Just the long and the short of it, really, isn't it? Freeman this time had his elbow knocked by Gettys as he drove in there. Gettys saying to him, "You've got to earn them, mate. You get nothing for nothing here."
He wasn't being outdone. Just going back to that move from CJ though, that was superb. That's any youngsters watching, any big youngsters up and coming, that's how to play the big man role. It's not just about stuffing it, it's about having that soft hand close to the basket and being able to have a little bit in your locker as well. Good brain work. And again down at the defensive end, showing you how to hold your own basket.
And there was Dijon Allen Jordan aiming to finish the half with a final basket, but league as the man who's supposed to be looking after him. But Prosper really hasn't got close to him on more than one or two occasions.
No, I think looking at the two of them, the way they work, it looks like CJ's working a lot harder than Prosper, and certainly on that one of those later moves in the first half, Prosper looked completely disinterested. Nice move again there.
What would have been one of CJ's characteristic assists there to Latinovic arriving late, had Latinovic not been bumped out of the way at his shot, so he will go to the line for two. First opportunity for a score in the third quarter.
Again, CJ showing there, it's not just his own play. He's got his vision and the basketball brain to bring his teammates into it as well.
Yeah, that's something you've noticed developing since he first came.
Absolutely, yeah.
His assist rate is monumentally higher.
Yeah, this season in particular, since his return this year, I think that was one of the things of his game last year. As there are a lot of the imports that come in, they want their stats, so they tend to do a lot of it themselves, not realising obviously they bring the teammates into it. That's going to help.
Yeah,
it's going to help a lot as well.
Yeah.
So, and that's been a huge part of CJ's game, and also the recent form of the Phoenix as well. He's obviously double and triple teamed, as we've seen a lot of times when he gets the ball in those dangerous areas, so it's freeing his teammates up.
And that's the Wolves' first three of the entire game at 9:20 left in the third quarter.
Yeah, so say he's just freeing a lot of the Phoenix players up. The likes of Sayers, Chilo and Daniel hitting them 3-pointers as well.
And that time, Alan Jordan called for the offensive foul on the drive to the basket.
That was Chilo, I think. It was on Latinovic, pushing foul underneath.
But at least unlike some exchanges between coaches and referees, that was good humoured.
Oh, David.
Coombs.
Nice.
And unselfishly there, Noel putting Latinovic in the lane for the layup, and he also picked up the foul as he went through there, so a possible 3-point play from that one.
Giving people a slight insight into that there, the referee came back saying to Ben, who had no idea the referee was the only person to see that. Ben commented something along the same lines as well.
Latinovic picks up the bonus. Freeman to Coombs. It's a Prosper, but a hand in by Latinovic.
Oh, wow.
Puts the ball straight to Noel, who weaves through the Wolves' defence, leaves them in his wake as he lays the ball in for two.
Making full use of the Euro step there, I think.
Yeah. Oh. And there's Prosper actually earning his corn there, muscling Getty's out of the way, and a nice left-handed hook for two.
First time tonight. Looked nice as well. Yeah. I don't know why he's not done that before. You know he's capable.
Step back from Latinovic, hits the ring. Freeman rebounds. Coombs brings the ball forward. It's with Severa. Crawford manages to get that in somehow. Off-balance shot.
Oh, that's not a good sign.
And looks like either ankle or foot there from Alan Jordan.
He landed on his foot, did he? Or?
Yeah, there's a whacking away at the floor there. I think he was in some pain. think he probably was pain rather than frustration.
Yeah.
But he seems to be okay.
Made of tough stuff, isn't he?
Has to be, the way he puts his body on the line.
Yeah. New York boy, innit? He made him tough there.
Noel advances the ball. Latinovic into Gettys.
Now we're cooking.
That's a bit more like it, say the Phoenix fans there, as the ball is swiftly transferred hand to hand to Latinovic out there on his own for three. Crawford drives.
Ooh. Good drive from Crawford there.
I think he knew he was going to get fouled there.
Yeah.
Thought better get this shot up so that I can claim my bonuses.
So that's Daniel second.
Crawford on the line. First one is good. They've only got Prosper up there to try and pick up a possible rebound. Maybe they know that Crawford's accurate enough shooter, they're not going to need any second chances. Nor just about manages to keep hold. Jordan looks up, hits the ring.
Oh.
An attempt to smash it back by Gettys fails. Hand in by Sayers. But the referee decides that in reaching for the ball, he went across the arm of a Wolves player. Coombs finds himself a shot, hits the ring, but it's Alan Jordan who pulls the ball off the glass. Noel looks up. Maybe Phoenix decide not to rebound those, because normally they go in.
Big rebound from Freeman as well there. Oh, nice no-look pass. Oh, unlucky.
Probably had more time than he knew there to shoot. He had a little bit more opportunity, and he just wanted to get it straight off. And he was slightly off balance when he shot and missed. Gettys.
Oh, nice play.
To Latinovic under the basket.
Yeah.
Massive head fake to lose his.
Lose Crawford, just let him sail past.
And the ball is put home. Coombs making a habit of it now, the Wolves. That's 2 from 3-point range. Oh, rejection there. And Wolves retain possession. Faint look of disbelief on one or two Phoenix faces there.
Glasgow have taken it out to a double-digit lead. Back down to 8 now. Just as I'm saying that, against Plymouth in the other game that's still live at the moment, leading 61-53 with 8:20 to go in the final quarter there.
Coombs finally gets the ball into play. Severa finds Navahas. Foot in by Gettys. Ball is with Coombs again. From a distance. Doesn't go, and CJ Gettys pulls down the board.
Coombs has gone extremely quiet. He started off on fire, scored 6 points in the first 4 or 5 minutes. And then had a couple of calls against him and just looked like they said the Wolves on his shoulders earlier on, didn't he? And he's done nothing since.
It's with Gettys. Has 2 goes. And finally it's Lufadejou who picks up the rebound. Rose Tyson spins, puts the ball up. There's hands all over the place and it ends up in Gettys.
Oh, now he's lost it.
Yeah, he's lost it. And Whelan is able to convert. Lead down to 13 now from 15 at the beginning of the quarter. Latinovic has to go the long way round Severa. Gives it to Noel. There's only 5 on the shot clock. It goes in and out. Rose Tyson recycles.
Oh, nice.
And Latinovic from downtown picks up the 3. And the Phoenix on the high side by 60 to 44. Daryl Coombs bringing the ball forward.
Big 3 there from Chilo.
Finds the space and takes the 2.
And started scoring again. Hard not to with that much space given to him. And Coach Thomas just trying to keep Phoenix concentrated here and keep them about their game, keep that momentum going. Not anything silly creeping. This game's a run of momentums, as we know, from game to game, but you certainly need that momentum going into the playoffs at this stage of the season.
Yeah.
And going into it on the back of 4 straight wins is just what the Knicks will be looking for. Now, nice.
And CJ sells his ex-teammate the garden sink, or the kitchen sink in the garden shed.
Posh having a sink in your garden. The outdoor kitchen. Oh! Whoa! Whoa!
Rose Tyson.
Wow!
That's the Wolves defence obviously looking to him to dish the ball, and he didn't. He just carried straight on.
Yeah.
Put the ball home.
He left everyone for dead there. Yeah. Brought the Knicks bench off their feet as well.
Severa to Coombs. And
big 3 from
got
Coombs.
his eye in now. I think that's his 3rd of the quarter, and it brings him up to 14 personal. Conor Mercer and Dijon Allen Jordan coming on for another stint. Chilo Latinovic and CJ Gettys taking a rest. Daniel Noel. 7 on the shot clock. Rose Tyson manages to get the ball off the ring, but there's nobody there to try and pick up the second chance that he created by doing that. And so the Wolves will inbound. Severa out to Jordan Whelan. Decides to go himself, but Lufadejou picks up the rebound, but puts a foot out of court. Really, says Dijon Allen Jordan to the referee. Really, he confirms.
I think someone will be measuring this court at the end of this year. There's been so many people stepping out of bounds. A lot of them, the home players as well. You think, you think they know the dimensions more than anyone.
Severa ducks and weaves. And there's Whelan thinking the ball was already in his hands, but he didn't take into account the fingertips of Lufadiju as he pushes the ball out. It's with Navahas, he steps away. And Dizzy Lufadiju called for a push there, which will send Navahas to the line. I think disbelief would be summing up the expression on Lufadaju's face.
Oh, so yeah, a little bit of a silly one as well, really. There was nothing needed. Nothing needed there, really. It was a real tough shot. Navahas was off balance, falling out of bounds, really, as well. The shot was never, ever going to go.
And he manages to convert both.
That's given him 2 points there, really.
Yeah.
He'd been well double-teamed prior to that with himself and both Dizzy and Dijon.
Yeah. So Crawford's back on court now for the Wolves. Ball is with Mercer. Finds Knoll. Shot clock into single figures. Lufadiju finds Alan Jordan, who spins, twists.
Oh, what a play!
And dishes it off to Rolls Tyson, who flushes home convincingly. Down into the last minute of the quarter. Mercer looking for a space. Just manages to loop it up and over and in. Phoenix leading by 66 to 53. 43 seconds left to play of the quarter. Mercer to Lufadiju, to Knoll. Alan Jordan.
Down to 6 again.
4 on the clock.
Oh.
And he waits until the last moment and puts it home.
That was coolly done.
Severa decides to go the long way round, finds himself double teamed, kicks it out to Navahas. He finds a very nice 3 with 7 seconds left to play. Lufadiju bringing the ball forward.
Oh!
And on the buzzer, he puts away 3 and gets very nearly gets his head stoven in by Alan Jordan coming up behind him.
Yeah.
So, and if things stay as they are now, Phoenix will finish 7th and will play the Newcastle Eagles in the first round of the playoffs. Wolves getting the game underway in the final quarter. Severa finds Navahas, who passes very neatly to
Oh, great play again.
Lufadiju, who takes the ball forward, puts a pass into the stride of Rolls Tyson, who picks up the first 2 of the quarter.
Sol's having a superb second half. He's on 8 points
Crawford,
now.
trying to find a way around. He's double teamed. He's got to find a way out.
Oh, he did really well there.
And it was Jordan Whelan who converted.
Some tough double team play there from the Phoenix, but Crawford works.
Yeah,
Crawford works exceptionally well there to get that pass away, let alone to get it to someone in a scoring position. And Whelan just the reverse laying.
Offensive foul called on Alan Jordan there, off the ball.
I think he's trying to claim that he was being held at the time, wasn't he? So spinning each other. So. Yeah. Just talking it through with the with Crawford, Robert Crawford, the guy that was marking him.
Yeah. Well, he's not going to admit to anything, is he? Let's be honest. Hand in there by Rolls Tyson, prevents Deshaun Freeman scoring an open play. Foul called on the floor. So it will be inbound by Mickey Severa. He finds Sean Freeman, who hands it off to Daryl Coombs. And again, a hand in means that the ball has been turned over by the Wolves again. Murtagh finds Lufadejou, who slows it down.
Sayers showed a cool head there. Times he could have driven that in.
Lufadejou missed the layup in such a way that Dijon Allen Jordan, following up, wasn't able to get a clean putback on it, and it rolled round the ring and out. Lufadejou coming forward again. It's with Rolls Tyson.
Oh, beautiful pass from Sol there.
This is repaying the pass from before where...
Wow, I don't know what that was. The ball seemed to fly up from nowhere then.
Yeah, and straight back to Lufadejou to put the Phoenix on the offence again. Sayers. Who shows he can do it as well, just bouncing the ball off the ring. Scrapping again in the keeper of the ball. Lufadejou pulls the ball out.
Really well there. Great battling.
And it's Daryl Coombs called for the on-the-arm foul while they were scrapping for the ball in there, which means that inbound from the back line will go to the Phoenix. Rolls Tyson.
That's all a bit unnecessary, wasn't it?
Coombs, who has actually been bubbling under a bit early on in the game, he actually decided, he looked up.
A couple of technicals maybe.
I think there may be something in that, because Rolls Tyson certainly wasn't backing down on that, but actually there was a push off the ball by Coombs there. So they're having a chat about it. Technical foul.
Yeah.
And another technical call.
Cancel each other out.
Rolls Tyson. Cancel each other out.
Thought that was going to be the case.
Rolls Tyson will take a seat. Coombs will continue to play. Coombs feeling as though he is the innocent, but whatever happened before then, he most definitely retaliated.
That's put him on 4 now.
And not expect that to be a foul.
That's it. That's put him on 4 fouls as well now. Yeah. So soon racking him up just as a point, just at the point when he's starting to get motoring again.
So push on Coombs, or push by
Murtagh. It was Conor Murtagh
on Coombs there.
Yeah.
On the floor though. So
Coombs is the leading scorer for Wolves now on 14 points.
So they just put they put the 4 fouls on.
Yeah, 4 fouls on. There's just some confusion as to the foul numbers.
Rolls Tyson on 3.
Yeah,
is the way it's on. So also clarifying that, and that foul puts
Phoenix into the penalty,
which means that Crawford will, rather than inbound from the side, will shoot, or Coombs will shoot 2 from the line.
And north of the border, Glasgow Rocks are up by 10. So they're going in towards that final minute of the game. 78-68 they lead the Plymouth Raiders.
Coombs hits the first one.
With a minute and 10 to go.
And he scores them both. So Wolves 60, Phoenix 76. Just over 7 minutes to go here. Gettys to Murta. To Gettys again.
Oh.
Now, I have to say, I have seen those called as intentionals.
Yeah,
We waited till he went up in the air and bumped him.
Yeah.
But it's just a simple, straightforward foul will send Gettys to the line.
No love lost between them there, was there?
No.
A sheepish look from Freeman back towards CJ as he's on the line.
Yeah. Wouldn't be surprised if they came up against each other in the next few minutes.
Yeah. Look for a bit of payback.
Yeah. Gettys takes the point from the first one and the second one. He's improved vastly as a free throw shooter since he came over here as well.
Yeah.
Because he was barely 50% when he first came over.
That's right.
I think he's up to 75 now.
Yep.
Alan Jordan to Lufadejou. There's 10 left on the shot clock. Murta making himself available. It's down to 4. Well, a ball off the backboard and the ring, and CJ Gettys' his hand, which means that the Wolves will inbound. Daniel Knoll replaces Lufadejou. 6:31 to go. Wolves 18 points down, bringing the ball forward with Daryl Coombs. The referee calls that as white ball.
So the game is finished full. Game is finished up in Glasgow. Glasgow Rocks winning that by 82 points to 70 over the Plymouth Raiders. So no matter what happens here from here on in,
Prosper
Phoenix will finish in 7th spot.
with the missed 3 attempt there. And Alan Jordan bringing the ball forward. It goes to Gettys, who chucks it hopefully up in the air. Kicked out by Coombs to Jordan Whelan, who, cool as you like, calm as you like, hits a 3. The results here now irrelevant as the Raiders have lost up in Glasgow. So the Phoenix will play the Newcastle Eagles in the playoffs next week. Alan Jordan prevents Deshaun Freeman from making a spectacular.
Oh! Dear me.
And the announcement as well that by finishing in 7th place, the Phoenix will now be part of the All-Stars tournament next season for the first time. Coombs putting Whelan in there for the dunk. Dijon Alan Jordan goes over again. And a technical foul has been called on Lester Prosper, which will send Phoenix to the line.
Giving Dijon some rough work there, wasn't he? Dijon did really well, I think, to keep his cool from that first one.
Gettys misses the technical free throw.
He's doing, Coach Thomas doing the right thing there, bringing Dijon off. Not just for, I just kept his cool. I don't think there's anything going to come of that, but I think he was in the danger of getting some really bad injury there, so he's got to keep him fresh for the playoffs. That's good coaching there.
Daniel Nall. Tempted steal there by Prosper. He fails to keep it in court. So with the clock reset to 14, Nall will inbound. Finds Latinovic. He has Severa in his way.
Oh, nice.
And although Prosper gets a piece of that, Latinovic will claim the two. Whelan drives again. And Conor Mercer will be called for that as he stepped across him as he moved into his shooting stride. He misses the first.
Not been brilliant all night, Worcester. Been better in the second half. That's 11 from 15, 11 from 16 now. So they're only shooting 50% in the first half, 4 from 8 by half time. So the first one missed in this second half.
Not an easy ball for Latinovic to pick up there, but he manages to salvage it, gives it back to Nall. No look pass there. And Latinovic, corner pocket. And swishes it home.
And that's Chilo equaling the Dirk Williams.
Prosper, nice soft little touch there.
And the
Put the ball in.
And the 3 points made this season, that's his 89th, he's hit. So one more will take him into the lead.
Nall turns the ball over there to Mercer, who drives. And I think this time Nall will be called for that one.
Yeah. Just caught him on his head, I think, as he was going through. I think he got his body in the right position, it was just his arms, I think that was the call there, just caught him on the head. Oh, Coach Thomas has taken him on. He's denying him. Will we see him back? Will we see him back?
Well, there's 3 minutes 44 to go once the clock starts again after this second free throw, which Mercer converts. And the ball is with Nall. Advances it over the halfway line. Coombs giving him some close attention.
Severa giving too close attention to Louis Sayers there, I think.
Yeah, I think there was very little chance of him getting the ball as he took a slap at it. It's quite standard that Sayers will just move his arm into the way there.
Yeah.
Both teams in the penalty, so it will give Sayers an opportunity to up his personal score from the line, which he succeeds with the first one. And the second just as good. He's looked really good in the fourth quarter from the line, Sayers. Cool and calm in the last week or so. Severa decides he would like to have a go now.
Great finish
polish his stats a bit, because that's really all that the Wolves can be playing for now.
Yeah. A great finish under severe pressure.
CJ's.
Oh, what a beautiful
CJ's
move from CJ.
In, out, and then.
He liked that.
Yeah.
He liked that. Beautiful move from CJ there over Prosper.
Which isn't the first time you've said that tonight. It has to be said.
Well, yeah. I think he's liking this. He's not the toughest opposition he's come against, fair play, but
No.
he's produced the goods, that's for sure.
Hand in by Coombs there, so possession will stay with the Phoenix. 11 left on the clock, the shot clock. It's with Gettys, backs Prosper down, and
result.
the little hook again.
Yeah, same result.
Yeah.
Prosper looked to be putting a little bit more effort in, if nothing else.
He was in the right position,
yeah,
but his arms
right,
were still glued to his sides.
Yeah.
And then Prosper saying, I can do it as well.
Yeah, anything you can do.
I can do just as well, but not as often.
That's it.
Ball is with Conor Murtagh. It's with Rolls Tyson.
Oh, lucky.
All the way around the ring. Murtagh nearly gets the rebound.
Oh!
A trick shot there from Daniel Hall, who I suspect was chucking up the alley-oop pass.
CJ looked at him with some abs, it had to be said.
Circus shots now.
If it's going for you, it's going for you, innit? Let's face it. Yeah.
Just
And
grin all over
that
his face.
that just caps a fine week for Daniel Knoll. Most unintentional basket he's scored in that, and he's 100 point. Oh, he's not. He's even got 6 tonight. 9 now, hasn't he? I thought he was going to get over 100 tonight with the way he's been going.
Tyson puts it out to Sayers, hits the ring. Prosper gets there first. There's 1 minute and 30 seconds left. Coombs has the ball, drives through, and throws it up for Prosper to slam down the alley-oop. It's nice to watch, but ultimately just a little bit of flat. That is job done.
Absolutely.
For the regulation season.
And it's nice to see he's given his skipper a minute and a half.
The play that he has drawn up might very well end up with a Tinovic.
You reckon? You reckon? Yeah. I wonder how many chances he'll get to have a go at it.
Well, there he goes. He puts it out.
Oh, and he's done it!
It's the record breaker. and now I think
brilliant.
Coach Thomas is going to take him off again.
Yeah. Just that one opportunity needed, and he nailed it.
Nice little shot there.
Chilo's done that.
Ogunbona.
Chilo's done it so often this year when it's mattered.
Yeah. And to the applause of his teammates, the record-breaking Chilo Latinovic sits down to watch his team play out the last 50 seconds with a 14-point lead. And Conor Murtagh gets in on the game as well with a 3-point score to bring the Phoenix up to 98. Deshaun Freeman trying to show he can do it as well, but his shot is short and wide. So with a 5-second differential between shot clock and game clock, Phoenix are moving forward again. He goes to CJ, who decides he's going to go in, and a little finger roll to bring up the century.
I'm just showing the crowd exactly how it was done.
And Deshaun Freeman not wanting CJ Gettys to have the last word as he comes in, but the
great finish.
final buzzer goes, and the Phoenix end up on the high